Welcome fellow retro gamers. Today we're going to have a look at 18 PlayStation 2 games and one at the Japanese auction. I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. Let's get going. First game on our list is Summer Night Exesis. This action RPG PS2 release is a spin-off to the more strategy RPG based Summer Night series, originating from the PlayStation 1. This game is set to play a little bit more like Ys. As you can see, everything is still in great condition and everything seems to be complete. The next game is the sixth installment in the popular Tales series, Tales of Rebirth. In this Japanese action RPG, you take on the role of Fake Lundberg, who sets out to rescue the heir to the throne and his friend Claire Bennett. This game was released on both PlayStation 2 and PSP. Since we are talking about the Tales series, let's have a look at Tales of Destiny, the second main Tales title released by Namco. This Japanese action RPG, where you take on the role of Stan, was originally released on the PlayStation 1 in 1997 and found its way back on the screen almost a decade later on the PlayStation 2. I reckon it is clear by now that the Tales series were very popular in Japan, as next we have Tales of Legendia, the seventh main title which was released in 2005 for the PS2. Oh, what do we have here? I guess this wasn't supposed to be included. This looks like Fire Emblem. This is a nice unexpected bonus, I didn't see that one coming for sure. Anyway, Tales of Legendia, action RPG with a fighting game twist in it. I definitely hope that aided Celis, the main character, to rescue his sister. And in the meantime, I can remain astonished by this nice Game Boy Advance bonus. On to the next game, and I promise that this will be the last Tales game I will show you in this video. Here we have Tales of Destiny 2, which is situated 18 years after the original Tales of Destiny. Here you play Kyle, the son of Star, who gets drawn into a conflict with Barbados, the same cruel warrior who ended his father's life. The next game is Kingdom Hearts 2, an action RPG where you as Roxas Sora embark on an adventure with the help of Donald, Goofy and many other Disney characters, ranging from Aladdin to Mulan, visiting a wide range of locations. A must-have for the Disney fan, and for the collector a nice-to-have in this complete state. And now on to my favorite retro game publisher, Konami, and their PS2 exclusive Suikoden 4. This RPG belongs to a series I have always wanted to play but never got around to doing so. Perhaps with a bit of Japanese under my belt, I will be able to in the near future. From Konami we move on to Square Enix and Final Fantasy X-2. I love the early Final Fantasy games, but always had a bit of an issue getting into the later installments. Nonetheless, they are great games and rightfully take their place in the Final Fantasy timeline. If not for their gameplay, then their astonishing artwork and cinematics. Next we move on to another Enix minus Square title, and one of the series I'm personally collecting for at a multi-platform level. The exclusive Japanese remake of Dragon Quest V for the PlayStation 2 to this day is still the envy of many Americans and Europeans alike. Touted as one of the best ever made in its genre, and was featured in Tony Watt's 1001 video games you must play before you die. With its great artwork and character design which appeals to all ages, this is a definite must-have for every fan. The good news, there's still plenty of copies available in Japan. Also, don't let your lack of Japanese stop you, as I read that there is an English language patch available, making the experience all the better. Art and Alucard, Melody of Olympia is a role-playing game developed by the Gus Corporation and published by Ben Presto in 2006. This PS2 exclusive is the first in a series of 3 games situated on the planet Solsteel, where you take on the role of Linnea Barset, a knight of Olympia. Onwards, we move to Suikoden 3, which is the second Suikoden game we received in our shipment from Japan. This RPG takes place 60 years after the events of Suikoden 2, where you take on the role of Hugo, the son of Lucia, who after a visit to the Zexan capital finds his hometown in flames and his childhood friend slain. This sets him on a journey to find the Flame Champion, to aid him in his revenge against his enemies. Shining Force Exa is an action RPG developed by Neverland and published by Sega. This 2007 successor to Shining Force Neo tells the story of a war between humans and demons and gives you the opportunity to crawl into the skin of Toma, the sword-wielding king wannabe, and Cyril, the mysterious mage. As we gradually progress through the games, we run into another Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy XII is seen as one of the better titles in the series and is visually very appealing. The game offers the so-called Gambit system, which allows you to customize your attacks. As you can see, the artwork in the case is great and you just got to love the advertisement and marketing of the brand. Who doesn't want to have a Final Fantasy potion water bottle? Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, is definitely worth looking into. Monster Farm 5, Circus Caravan, or Monster Rancher Evo, as it is known in the West, is the exception to the other titles we received in the package. This life simulation RPG puts you in the role of a circus performer, where you can plan the training of the monsters and their circus performances. However, there is also room for some adventuring in this game. When watching footage of this title online, I couldn't help getting the Pokemon feeling though. The Monster Farm series has been released on many platforms, with its origin on the PS1, and with a possible remaster collection of Monster Rancher 1 and 2 in 2021. Next we have Kingdom Hearts Ultimate Hits. This version is actually just an improved version of the original game, where the developers added extra footage, more fights and additional enemies. The game first appeared as a Japanese PS2 exclusive in 2002 and saw a worldwide release in 2013 on the PS3. The .hack games are set in an alternate Earth timeline, where after a worldwide computer crash due to a virus and subsequently living in the digital dark ages for 2 years, a new MMORPG called The World is released. This new MMORPG instantly becomes the most popular online game ever. However, not everything is fine and dandy, as people start dropping into a comatose state. It is for the player to figure out why in this action RPG. The .hack games were released individually, with some great cover artwork, but also as the best of series, combining .hack Volume 1 and 2 and .hack Volume 3 and 4, which for the latter I forgot to properly showcase the front side. And now to the last game of our unwrapping of Japanese PS2 games. Another one that fits in my personal collection, Dragon Quest VIII. As you might have noticed, I'm quite happy having acquired both main Dragon Quest titles for the PS2, and I will certainly not stop there. Fortunately for us Dragon Quest enthusiasts, this game, in contradiction to its predecessor, was released worldwide, so it should be possible to pick up an English copy somewhere. In Europe, this title is known as Dragon Quest Journey of the Cursed King, without the Roman numbering, since this was the very first Dragon Quest game ever released in this region. And this concludes the unwrapping of our 18 Japanese PS2 game bundle, which came with a very nice Game Boy Advance bonus. I believe I received a great mix of titles and am quite satisfied with its contents, especially considering the price I paid. Personally, I think this was a steal. Obviously, there were still fees and shipping involved, but the cost per item stayed under €2. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if your interest is piqued for future videos containing PlayStation 2, Famicom and Super Famicom related content, be sure to subscribe. For now I thank you for watching, and until next time.